Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really embarking on quite a journey, looking into a complex life narrative. We're aiming for clarity, maybe some healing, by trying to understand how the challenges we face right now are often, well, deeply linked to choices made a long time ago.
Exactly. It's about tracing those karmic threads, which can sometimes feel quite hidden, connecting past actions to present suffering.
And this particular deep dive, it feels especially ambitious.
It really is. We're working with a listener who's navigating some profound difficulties, across her family and her personal life. She feels very strongly that understanding past karma is, well, the essential key.
The key to acceptance, right? And also to making better choices now, going forward.
Precisely. So our mission isn't just laying out what happened. It's more about shedding light on why it matters for her, and maybe for all of us listening, and crucially, exploring what can actually be done to navigate these kinds of intricate karmic patterns.
Right. And the source material we have, it's incredibly rich. It's a deeply personal account full of complex family dynamics, health struggles, some very complicated romantic situations, too.
Really detailed stuff.
Yeah. So our task is to extract those vital insights, those nuggets of knowledge from her story that can offer not just understanding, but hopefully a clearer path forward for her and perhaps for you, too, as you listen along. Okay, so let's start with the listener's sister. A really challenging story here, one that brought, as the sources say, immense suffering to the family.
Describes her early life as quite troubled. Not much interest in studies, falling in with, bad friends is the term used.
And here's where it gets really interesting. While she was at university, apparently encouraged by these friends, she started taking diet pills. Just wanted to enhance her appearance, the sources say.
Right, but these pills triggered something severe. Major mental health issues, hallucinations, a kind of blurred mind.
Leading her to drop out of university, even though she was apparently really close to graduating.
So close. A really tough outcome. But what's revealed here is that the primary cause of the root of these struggles wasn't just those diet pills.
So what was it then?
There was a deeper foundational issue, a significant karma of alcohol from a past life.
From a past life. Wow.
Yeah. In that previous existence, she apparently experienced a really deep heartbreak and turned to heavy drinking to try and numb the sorrow.
Which never really works long term, does it?
Exactly. The sadness just kept returning when the effect wore off, so the diet pills in this life acted more like a supplementary trigger.
Okay, so they weren't the main cause, just something that pushed things over the edge because the foundation was already there.
Precisely.
Yeah.
If that underlying karma of alcohol hadn't been present, it suggested the diet pills wouldn't have led to such severe, life-altering consequences. It changes the perspective, doesn't it?
It really does. It makes you think about triggers versus root causes in a whole new way. Especially with things like addiction, maybe we focus too much on the immediate trigger.
It's a crucial distinction, and it raises questions about how we support people, Are we just dealing with the surface symptoms or trying to understand those deeper patterns?
That's a really powerful point. Now, as her mental health worsened, her behavior apparently became quite aggressive.
Yes. The sources mention she even physically harmed her parents, hit them, which led to ongoing medication, lifelong dependency. Just an incredibly difficult situation for everyone involved.
Unimaginably hard.
Yeah.
So what about the karma of harming her parents? How does that weigh in, especially given her mental state?
That's a really important question. While the actions were, of course, very severe, the karmic weight is actually lessened somewhat.
Oh, why is that?
Because they were committed while she lacked full awareness due to that mental health condition. Intention matters greatly in karma. However,
So it still generates negative karma, right? It doesn't just disappear.
no, absolutely not. It still creates negative results, but the lack of full conscious intent does mitigate the severity compared to if she'd done it with clear awareness.
Okay, that makes sense. It's nuanced. So what about the parents in all this? How does their experience fit into the karmic picture?
Well, their experience, the deep suffering of having a child facing these challenges, that's connected to their own past karma of alcohol.
So their past actions created the conditions for this.
In a way, yes. Their past karma intersected with hers, leading to this specific family dynamic. It's like a shared karmic entanglement within the family unit.
Is there anything that can be done to help the sister now to lessen her burden?
Yes, there is a path for mitigation. Consistent merit making is key.
Merit making,
Yeah.
like performing good deeds.
Exactly. The family making merit specifically on her behalf, especially during times when she's more lucid, can significantly reduce the severity of her karma.
So it's not just symbolic, it actually helps.
It's presented as an active intervention. It can soften the karmic impact, potentially allowing her to achieve a state where she can care for herself to some degree. That could ease the burden considerably.
Okay, that's helpful. Now let's shift the focus to the listener herself, to your own journey. Your life also started with challenges, particularly around the family structure.
Right, you describe a fragmented household, parents living apart.
Yeah, my father was with another family, and my mother was primarily focused on caring for my sister. So I was mostly raised by other people, feeling quite disconnected from my parents. What's the karmic root of that?
This particular family dynamic, the feeling of separation, is linked back to your past karma of disrespectful giving.
Disrespectful giving. What does that mean exactly?
It's not just about what you gave in a past life, but how. Maybe giving grudgingly or without sincerity. It creates this subtle, energetic imbalance.
Okay.
And combined with that, there were other past tendencies, a certain stubbornness, maybe not listening well to others, even parents offering good advice,
Yeah.
sometimes causing a bit of disunity, maybe by passing information between people without meaning to stir things up, and often avoiding parental guidance by preferring others' company.
So all those things together created this situation.
These past patterns combined, yes, shaping that feeling of fragmentation and disconnection in your early family life in this lifetime.
It really shows how intertwined things are. Let's talk about your early health issues, too. You mentioned being born with a wry neck.
Yes, apparently caused by forceps during birth. It lasted until surgery when you were 5. And then, at 6, a severe kidney infection causing extreme swelling, a restricted diet.
Which then miraculously healed by age 8. What's the karma behind those?
Okay, so the wry neck. That connects to a past life where you apparently had a habit of scowling and literally turning your head away when your parents tried to teach or advise you.
Like physically turning away?
Yes,
Yeah.
sometimes even running off when they called you. But crucially, the sources say you would later regret it and apologize sincerely.
Ah, so the regret and apology played a role.
It seems so. It led to a condition that was present, the wry neck, but one that eventually healed, reflecting both the action and the repentance, and the kidney infection. That's linked to a past incident of stealing money from parents.
Stealing, oh dear.
During a rebellious phase in a past youth, apparently to go out and party. But again, the subsequent healing is attributed to sincere repentance later on, turning over a new leaf in that life.
So it's a recurring pattern. Negative action, consequence like illness, but then genuine remorse leading to resolution or healing.
Exactly. It shows that while karma brings consequences, sincere change and repentance hold significant power to alter the outcome.
All right, let's move into your romantic life, which sounds complicated. You fell for a superior at work. Problem was, he had a long-term girlfriend, 10 years, who also worked there.
Right, a tricky situation from the start.
You started a clandestine affair, the girlfriend found out, and understandably developed this intense, lasting hatred towards you. And the man, he refused to choose, refused to break up with either of you.
A real entanglement. Now, here's a crucial point from the sources.
Okay.
The 3 of you did not have a prior karmic connection binding you together from past lives.
Really? So this wasn't some old debt playing out?
No. This situation arose primarily from your current life actions, combined with a specific past karma you carried. A karma of promiscuity.
Promiscuity karma.
Yes. In a previous life, when you were a man, you apparently engaged in promiscuous behavior. That pattern is now manifesting in this life as a tendency to fall for someone who's already committed.
Now, okay.
And it carries a warning, suggesting a future risk of losing a loved one yourself, mirroring the act of taking someone else's partner now. It's a direct echo.
That's quite stark.
Yeah.
And this man you were involved with, he sounds deeply troubled himself. Heavy drinking, self-harm, multiple suicide attempts.
Yes, and battling colon cancer, but refusing treatment, embracing this kind of nihilistic view.
Yet paradoxically, he sees spirits, smells things others can't, like perfumes or cigar smoke.
Right. So his colon cancer and the suicidal tendencies, these are primarily linked back to his past karma of raising and killing animals for food.
Ah, that karma again.
Yes, compounded significantly by his current heavy alcohol abuse. The physical and mental suffering are direct results of those past and present actions.
And you described a really dramatic incident at a hotel. He seemed possessed. Convulsions, strange speech, tried to strangle you. only calmed down when a long Pu-sewed amulet was placed on his neck.
Yeah.
And the spirit supposedly said, "You insult me." What was really going on there? Did making merit for that spirit help?
Okay, this is another crucial clarification. It was not actual spirit possession.
No.
Then what was it?
It was a severe delusion, a hallucination, essentially.
Right.
It was brought on by the combined effects of his karma of alcohol, which causes disorientation, loss of lucidity,
Right.
and his own strong pre-existing belief in spirits.
Mm-hmm.
His mind created that scenario.
So the aggressive words, the choking, that was all part of his delusion. I didn't actually insult a spirit.
Correct. You insulted no one.
Mm-hmm.
The amulet likely helped him regain focus, grounding him, bringing back some lucidity. It wasn't about expelling a spirit.
So the merit made for the spirit was not necessary in that specific context, no. Because there was no external spirit involved in that particular episode. It highlights how important it is to discern the true cause. Karma, delusion, current actions. And this leads to some very direct, very critical advice for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
You must cut ties like death with this man.
Cut ties like death. That sounds intense.
It is intense, and it's meant to be. It's about breaking the cycle of negative karma definitively. It's also the only way to stop the girlfriend's intense hatred towards you, which is also generating negativity.
So just trying to help him while still involved, that doesn't work.
It only perpetuates your own karmic entanglement. You get pulled down by his trajectory. If his karma is truly heavy, as it seems to be, ultimately no one can rescue him unless he makes fundamental changes himself. Trying to do it for him while remaining romantically linked is detrimental to your own past.
That's hard to hear, but it sounds necessary. Radical self-preservation, karmically speaking. Okay. One last question on this relationship aspect. You mentioned being an affair partner, a gig was the term used. How serious is that karmically if the person isn't actually married?
Yes. There's a nuance there. It's definitely considered less severe than being involved with someone who is legally married.
Okay.
However, it is still classified as karma of sexual misconduct.
Even if not married, why?
Because the person is already taken or owned within a committed relationship, they belong to someone else in that sense. So interfering violates ethical boundaries. It's considered a forbidden relationship, even without the legal aspect. The principle of not disrupting an existing bond holds.
Understood. All right, let's shift focus again, this time to your father, another complex figure. Eldest son, poor family, academically gifted, but sacrificed his own education.
Right, to support his 9 younger siblings. A huge sacrifice.
He achieved great professional success later, became a respected leader, lots of subordinates, yet never became truly wealthy himself. How does karma explain that mix of success and limitation?
Well, his early hardship, that period of poverty, was because his merit was weak at that time, energetically speaking.
Okay.
His later success, the respect he gained, that stemmed from past merit he'd accumulated, specifically by encouraging others to do good deeds.
Ah, so helping others succeed.
Exactly. But that type of merit primarily fosters others' prosperity. That's why his own financial success was limited to, say, a comfortable living rather than significant wealth. His own gains weren't the main result of that specific merit.
And the lack of higher education, despite being smart.
That connects to a lack of merit supporting education from a past life. Different types of merit bring different specific results, you see.
It's incredibly specific. What about his other misfortunes? You mentioned a broken back from a fall when he was young, causing lifelong pain.
That injury is attributed directly to past karma of shooting animals with a slingshot.
Seriously? Slingshot?
Yes, the sources even mention small animals like squirrels, chipmunks, birds. That action manifested as chronic back pain in this life.
Wow. And being scammed buying landlocked property?
That's linked to past karma, where he, in a previous situation, also tricked others, involving property or similar circumstances, like a Trax-like.
So the advice to avoid being scammed is, don't scam others.
Fundamentally, yes, avoid deceiving others and consistently make merit while specifically intending to be free from being deceived in the future.
And tragically, your father also suffered from colon cancer later in life, leading to a colostomy bag, great suffering.
Yes, and again, that colon cancer is connected back to past killing animals for food. It's a recurring theme we see linked to severe digestive tract illnesses.
There's also that sad paradox in his old age. He was surrounded by family and loved ones early on, but in his final years, cared for mainly by a problematic servant, not his own children directly.
That loneliness, despite having family, is explained by inconsistent care for his own parents in a past life.
Inconsistent how?
He apparently tended to them well only when he was in a good mood, but neglected them when he wasn't feeling up to it. That inconsistency resulted in a similar experience for him in his own final years. How we treat our elders echoes back.
It really paints a picture of cause and effect. Finally, in this family section, you asked about your grandparents after their deaths.
Yes, what happened to them?
This is actually quite uplifting. Your grandmother, the one who managed the sawmill business, while the grandfather philandered,
Right.
she became an Akasatewa. That's an air deity, middle level, a celestial being living in the sky realms. Her strength and merit elevated her. Wow, an air deity. And the grandfather, the womanizer.
Well, despite his flaws, he apparently still performed traditional merit making. He became Ofumatewa, an earth deity, also middle level, connected more to the earthly realm, but still a celestial state.
So both achieved positive rebirths.
Yes. And importantly, both received the merit you dedicated to them
And it helped.
significantly. Their conditions improved better divine food, brighter appearances, new divine clothing. They are reportedly very happy and convey immense gratitude. They also wish for more merit as it continues to improve their state.
That's incredible. It shows the merit really reaches them. Okay, so much complexity there. Now let's look at the path forward for you. First, what about your own history of merit making with the group or Sangha, the spiritual community?
The sources confirm you have indeed been a supporter, a part of this group. You've been contributing to and drawing from what's called a storehouse of merit, this collective positive energy built through shared practice and good deeds.
That's good to know. But what about my family members? My parents, the man I was involved with.
Their connection is described as very thin.
Mhm.
They haven't really engaged with this particular spiritual path or community in the same way you have.
Right. So given that thin connection, how can I encourage them? How can I bring them towards this path of merit making? It sounds difficult.
The advice is clear. It requires extreme persistence, patience, and a very calm demeanor.
Not easy when things are emotional.
No, it's not. It will take significant, sustained effort to bring them into the fold. Think of it as a marathon, definitely not a sprint. You need to be prepared for the long haul.
Okay. Persistence and patience. And what should be my ultimate aspiration for myself?
For you personally, the guidance is to make full merit in every possible way you can in this current life, accumulate as much positive energy as possible, and crucially, dedicate your intentions clearly. Aspire to be reborn within the special celestial circle of the Desidaburam Bodhisattvas.
The Desidaburam Bodhisattvas, what does that ensure?
It's a very high celestial realm for beings deeply committed to enlightenment and helping others. Aspiring to be there helps ensure that you don't get separated from this path of practice and merit-making in future lives. It anchors your trajectory.
Wow. This whole deep dive. It's just revealed such incredible complexity, hasn't it? The way lives are interconnected through these karmic threads.
It's truly intricate.
But understanding them, even partially, can bring so much clarity. It can help foster acceptance for what's happened and, importantly, guide us toward making more conscious, more wholesome choices right now.
Absolutely. And our journey today really underscored several key themes again and again. The power of genuine repentance, the transformative effect of consistent merit-making.
And sometimes the courage needed to just cut ties.
Exactly. To step away from situations that just keep perpetuating negative cycles. It reminds us that every single action, whether we're fully conscious of it or not, whether it feels big or small, is shaping our future.
It really does. So as we wrap up, maybe a final thought for everyone listening, building on all this. What current action are you taking today? Perhaps something subtle, maybe habitual, that might be quietly shaping your tomorrow, or even perhaps your next life. Something to really reflect on. Until our next deep dive.